And we're riding the bus up, taking it from the park and ride up to the Bear Lake Trailhead. And these trees are changing like crazy. Beautiful. And shout out to the bus driver, Steve, right here. He is taking us up to Bear Lake, and he said he just watched the Pool of Jade video the other day. That's super cool. Good morning. My mom and I are here at the Bear Lake Trailhead, located inside Rocky Mountain National Park. I think we've been here a few times before. And today, we're gonna go for Marigold Lake. It's located up there on the northwest slope of Joe Mills Mountain. And we're gonna start here at the Bear Lake Trailhead and finish up at the Fern Lake Trailhead. I think we're looking at right around 9 to 10 miles or so. Official start time, 6:55. And this is gonna be the first lake of the hike. And of course, this is Bear Lake. Amazing shot right here. And right here through the aspens, I can see the sun rising. Yeah, this is crazy. And it looks like the sun has fully risen now. And it is gonna be a beautiful day. I'm loving these aspens right now because they're making this first little uphill part extremely beautiful and entertaining. And in 35 minutes, we've made it up here to the Flat Top Mountain Trail Split. We're gonna stay to the right and continue on over in the direction of Fern Lake and Odessa Lake. And this is just under 10,000 vertical feet, which means we have come up roughly 550. Yeah, and supposedly there are 3 different bus drivers named Steve, but I gave a shout out to the cool one. That was the cool Steve, because he watched my video. We just hit the rock slide, which means that we're getting pretty close to topping out here. I think we've got maybe 3/4 of a mile over to where we're gonna hit the corner and start going downhill. We're getting pretty close to topping out, and this is the crux of the hike. Just doing these first 3 miles or so. But like I said, once we hit this corner up here, pretty much the rest of it is all downhill. We've been hiking for 1 hour and 35 minutes, and we've made out to this giant tree. That thing is massive. And look at that blue sky today. That's what I'm talking about. Blue magic, baby. That's the blue magic. But we're about ready to hit this corner up here, and the wind has died. Yes, fingers crossed it stays that way. I mean, a little breeze would be nice, but we're not trying to get blown off the trail or nothing. And that's looking up at big old Notch Top. We have officially hit the corner and we're going downhill. We stopped and put the poles away, which makes things a lot easier. I really don't need poles going downhill unless it's just something extreme, then they help. But for this right here, don't really need them. And the next destination is gonna hopefully be Marigold Lake, which is different than Marigold Pond. But right down here, stuck on the like northwest slope of Joe Mills Mountain, is a little thing called Marigold Lake. And that's looking over at Odessa Lake with the gable sticking out above it. And then as I pan over here, more to the west, that is gonna be Little Matterhorn. Coming down this part of the trail is epic. You get some awesome views. And then I think I can see where Marigold Lake is gonna be. Right here at the top of that little rock slide in that little notch. I think it's right up there somewhere. Passing by this giant boulder with a bunch of that lichen that I'm liking. Look at that. It's like somebody killed a predator right here. We've dropped it down to about 10,300, and this is one of the potential routes up to Marigold Lake. Yeah, we can take it up and over all these rocks right here, or we can roll the dice and hike down the trail just a tad bit further and then see if we can take it straight up the trees. The tree route looks shorter, but I'm just not sure what's down there. And a few more feet down the trail, we think we see a good way. We're gonna loop it around these trees right here and then bounce it up. And it looks like this is all grass. So we're hoping once we get up there, it's not too bad. All right, we're doing it. Taking it out to Marigold Lake, not to be confused with Marigold Pond. Well, so much for it being grassy up here. It's just a sea of rocks. And I think we need to take it out and around that little ridge, and the water should be just on the other side. Yeah, this is rather nasty through here. A little harder than I anticipated it being. Yeah, this thing is tricky. And I just have a feeling that we're doing it the hardest way possible. I'm thinking we would have been better off going down the trail a little further and then taking it up through the trees. I feel like we're passing by little makeshift cairns, and I don't know if I like the looks of this right here. This terrain is getting gross. Oh, come on. Why's it gotta be this hard? Getting over to this Marigold Lake is rough. This is not easy at all. We're picking our way through these loose boulders. Yeah, guys, I think we're gonna get Pool of Jade Part 2, as in this thing's gonna be dried up because it looks tiny on the map. We're late in the season. Yeah, it's possible. Because according to the GPS, we should be looking right down onto it. And I don't see anything. It's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. I'm not seeing any water up here. Oh, got it. Right there. Heck yes. And we got it. We got it. Marigold Lake. Yeah, beautiful. We're taking it around the east side of the water here. And these are the views of Marigold Lake from our chill spot. Yeah, this is exceeding my expectations. I didn't think it was gonna be this good. I thought it was just gonna be some like, just little puddle in the middle of some trees or something with like tall grass all around it. But no, we're getting a little bit of a bonus with all these rocks. Epic. And you know what time it is. It's tea time up here at Marigold Lake. And also cheesy pork rind and churro strip time. You're like, dude, we do not care what you eat, okay? Quit showing us that every hike. No one cares. Awesome views. And that's looking up at Little Matterhorn on the left, Gabletop Mountain in the middle, and the Gable on the right. And this is a beautiful lake and everything. I just hope we don't get stranded up here because we're not really sure how we're gonna get back to the trail. My initial idea is to go out right through here. That's the way we came in, and then just look to the right and start taking it down and just do our best to pick the path of least resistance. All right, guys, it's 10:30 and we've been sitting up here at Marigold Lake for about 50 minutes or so. But we're gonna start this bushwhack out of here. Hopefully we can figure it out. So it's time to go. It's time to head on back. All right, let's do it. Let's take it on back. We need to work it back around the water over here to the far side. Yeah, this is dense back here. Dense. All right, so we've just made our way around the water here, and we're thinking that this is going to be the way. Like I said, we're just going to keep heading off in this direction, picking the path of least resistance, and hoping for the best. We better not get bushed out though. Okay, I'm liking this. Yes. Let's keep going straight through here. Yeah, just keep going straight through here. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is a nice little spot. And this is looking back at where we've just come from. Right through there, and I bet you anything, this is the way. This is looking good. As long as we can just make it through those bushes. We just got cliffed out right here. There's no way down. However, I've got a plan. We're gonna take it up and around this rocky high point. But my God, it's a little sketchy. Whoa. See, we just need to get right down there. But this is a big drop. We can't do it. Yeah, right here, there's this long cliff that we had to get around, but I think we can drop it down right here. And that's looking back over at the little cliff section. We had to come across the top. There's no way we could have got down that. And we can actually hear people down there on the trail below us. So we're not too far from it at all. And The next part is looking pretty good, to be honest. Yeah, that's looking real good. Yeah, like I said, we're hearing people down there. I just checked the GPS and we're real close. Yeah, this is pretty serious through here. Whew, look at that. Did it.
Just like that.
Just like that. And right here in front of my face is the trail. I didn't even see this. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna say that our descent was probably easier than the ascent. It was a lot shorter. But one way you're gonna be dealing with down trees, the other way you're gonna be dealing with loose rock. And just past the Odessa Lake cutoff, you're gonna hit the heat zone. This is the burned area. This is all damage from the East Troublesome Fire in 2020. We're getting our first glimpses of Fern Lake down there. And although it looks close, it does take a few minutes to get down there. But we're trying to get down to the Fern Lake winter parking area by 1:30 or like 1:39. And the reason for that is because the bus comes through there only once per hour, and it's scheduled to come through at 39 after. So we're aiming for 1:30 in case it shows up early or something, but we've got until 1:39 if need be. We're dropping in on Fern Lake, and that's gonna be big old Stones Peak sticking up in the background. This is such a beautiful day. Just this nice breeze coming through. We've got a good temperature and crystal clear skies with just some white puffy clouds coming up. We're coming around Fern Lake, and then we're gonna make a beeline straight for the Fern Lake winter parking area. And like I said, our goal is to get there for the 1:39 bus. We're still coming down from Fern Lake, and it's just taken forever to get down there. Man, it's all zigzaggy with a bunch of switchbacks. Yeah, the distance is just a lot longer than it looks. And right here, these are Fern Falls. These are right off the trail as you're coming down. It's just now 12 o'clock, and we're finally hitting this corner. It should pretty much be a straightaway now, all the way out to the Fern Lake winter parking area. Finally though, we've come down all that from Odessa Lake. That took a long time. I mean, we've been hiking down from Marigold Lake for an hour and a half now. And we got it, guys. This is the pool. It's just now 12:15, so we've got a little over an hour and 15 minutes to make it down to the Fern Lake winter parking area. The colors today have been incredible. Man, this is amazing. Like everything is changing color. Beautiful. We just got passed by some runner who looked like an athletic version of Santa Claus or something. We're hitting arch rocks, which means we don't have much further at all. We're knocking this out. And we're coming up to Roy Scheider Rock. I named it that because it leads up to Jaws Falls. This is the spot you want to cut off the trail. So yeah, since Roy Scheider was in Jaws, that's Roy Scheider Rock. It's just now 12:55 and we've made it back down to the Fern Lake Trailhead. We've been out here hiking for 6 hours exactly. And now we need to hike down the Fern Lake Road for about 6/10 of a mile, back down to the winter parking area. And that's where the shuttle is gonna pick us up. And we're back, Fern Lake winter parking area. It's just now 1:05. So we've been out here hiking for 6 hours and 10 minutes. And now we're gonna have to wait at least a half an hour for the shuttle. Looks like we mistimed it by a little bit.
Clouded dust.
Yeah. We're on the bus. We're passing through the Cub Lake Trailhead and we're on the way up to the parking ride. And we've made it back to the parking ride. All right, and this is where we're parked. All right, Marigold Lake. Boom, got it. Well, we hope you enjoyed that hike. And until the next one, y'all, peace.